Hey guys, it's Charlie with CompetitiveEdgeProducts.com. Today I want to show you this awesome tent by Kodiak. Just came out summer of 2023. It's 12 by 16. It's a stove ready, hot lodge tent, whatever you want to call it. You can add a wood burning stove. You don't have to, but it's got the stove jack in there. I'm going to show you all these features. But one of the cool things about it is it isn't just a 12 by 16 lodge tent. It's also can accommodate two 8 by 8 add-on rooms. So you can make it 24 feet deep, or you can make it 32 feet deep. So let me show you the add-on rooms. First of all, they're optional. If you get an add-on room and you don't have a footprint for it where you're camping, you don't have to put it up. But if you do have need for it, they're pretty cool. Let me show you some of the features. You've got the 6 windows on the outside. This is one that is unzipped, and you can just roll it up and cinch and strap it to the seam at the top. And then you've got this no seam mesh. So you've got 6 windows. There's some on every side, so no matter what direction the wind's blowing, you can get a breeze through. You don't want any wind. You got a storm or something, you want to keep your privacy, just leave it closed. It zips up on the sides with these 2 zippers, and then it velcros on the bottom here. And sometimes customers will say, hey, well, if it doesn't zip on the bottom, am I going to get water in there if it's raining? And the answer is no. This canvas is thick enough and heavy enough that if the wind's blowing and you're actually getting rain and stuff like that, it actually seals it even better. Like, don't worry about getting water in it. They're waterproof. You're not gonna get wet. You've got this zipper here. This zipper, let me show you the inside of this. And normally you stake it down right here, but for the purposes of this video, I didn't stake that down. I want you to just see everything a little bit better. So the nice thing about this add-on room, like I said, it's 8 by 8, zips closed, but there's no floor. So if you need an area to prepare food, sometimes people will put showers there, toilets, they'll put pets, they go hunting, they come in with dirty boots, and you need a place to store your gear and you don't want it inside. It's just ideal for that. And if this isn't enough, you can add one to the back. So let me show you, and by the way, this is the same, this is 7.5 feet tall. Let me show you the tent itself. You got these YKK number 10 coil zippers, and that refers to the teeth on these. They're huge zippers. They're designed to be opened and closed thousands and thousands of times, without catching. But if you don't have the add-on room, you've got this 2-inch flap to still keep the water out if you're getting rained on. But you got the YKK number 10 coil zippers, and then this door, if you want to leave it open, you can actually, let me show you real quick, you can just tie it to the side. There's one on the top and there's one on the bottom. And I'm going to leave that open for the purposes of this video. Check out how many windows you have in here. Come on in. I left some of them zipped up. You got 9 in here. 9 if you're using just the 12 by 16 tent. You add 6 more if you're using one on the front. 6 more if you're using an add-on room on the back. I don't have an add-on room on the back in this demo, but I'll put some pictures in there so you can see what it looks like. The first time I set it up, I did one on the front and on the back. So it's pretty cool. I think you get like 21 windows. So this is not just a winter tent. You've got the stove jack right here. Let me tell you about that. The stove jack has this fire guard right here and this silicone ring right here. But right now it's zipped closed. From the outside, you zip it closed if you're not using it, so to keep rain, water, bugs, and stuff like that out. If you're going to use it, you just roll it up on the outside, and it attaches to that seam right there, and then you put your stove in, and you put the stovepipe through here, and this accommodates a 5-inch stovepipe. Let me tell you about these windows. The windows are a no-seam mesh you've got dual zippers, and the nice thing about the dual zippers is that if I want to, if my cot or my camping pad is right here, I can just open this up and get a breeze without, you know, everyone else getting a breeze if they don't need it. But you can control how much. If I just want a few inches, if I want this whole thing. And while I'm showing you this one, let me introduce you to this storm window. This is the storm window from the outside, and it's super easy to set up. You just use the existing pole, you use the existing guy rope, and you just basically just thread the guy rope through this buckle right here. And you can also, you know, tighten it this way as well. But it's designed to give you, you still get some privacy. You can zip it up from the inside, but you're getting rained on. You're not going to get any water inside. Underneath every single window is a pocket. Let me show you these. You got the pockets. The pockets are sewn in underneath all of them. It's great for like putting cell phones, you know, maps, the instruction manual, or whatever. But they used to not be sewn under all of them in previous Kodiak tents. This one's got them everywhere. So you don't need extra storage pockets or hanging gear pockets or anything like that. You've got a storm support pole right here in the center. And on the 10x10, if you've seen that lodge tent, it's kind of optional. If you're going to be snowed on, you'd need to use it in that one. In this one, I recommend, this is so much surface area, I recommend using it no matter what. Just always keep it up in this, but it's designed to give you some more support if you've got a snowstorm, if you're in harsh weather. This little bag right here comes with it as well. It's designed, it's for a CO2 detector in case you're using a stove, just to help keep you safe. And you'll notice you got little rings sewn in on the top. There's some sewn in underneath the peak on the front and the back as well. Those are just kind of, if you want to hang like a lightweight LED lantern or something like that, you can utilize those. The canvas is 10.5 ounces for the roof. Nice heavy canvas. Waterproof, of course. The whole thing's waterproof. You've got the flaps around the zippers. So some people say, well, with all these extra windows, is that a threat to get water in? You can see it's not. You've got this 2.5, 3 inch flap. Gosh, might be 4. I don't know. You're not going to get any rain and any water in here because the zipper isn't even exposed on any of the windows. The wall canvas is 8.5, so it's a nice thick as well. And you've got a 12-ounce vinyl floor, and the floors are they're so nice. They're so much better than those the ones in some of the cheaper canvas or nylon tents I've owned in the past, where it's just like a cheap tarp that's like really crunchy and really loud. And the windows, by the way, are they have the zippers that are a heavy-duty luggage style zipper too. They're number 8 coil. Again, they're designed to be opened and closed thousands of times. I'm about 5'9", 5'10". These are 7.5 feet to the peak, and they taper down. But unlike like bell tents and teepee style tents, even though I can't stand all the way up next to the side, I can fit any cot here. And we even have those disco beds that you stack, and those fit great as well. So it still feels very roomy. You know, I can't stand right next to the side, but there's enough like just open space, and then most of your gear is going to be around the perimeter of the tent anyways. So it feels very roomy. Definitely you don't feel that like claustrophobic feeling, not in this big tent at least. So you've got these storm flaps. There's one in the front, there's one in the back. Let me show you what that looks like from the outside. And again, the cool thing about this one, this is the only lodge tent where you've got a door on the front and on the back. So if you've got a crowded group here, and it's 1 in the morning, and someone needs to go to the bathroom, and they're sleeping right here, or wherever, you can take the nearest exit without climbing over everybody and waking everybody up. Oh, another thing before I forget, I wanted to show you, these have extra reinforcements everywhere, in practically everything, but Kodiak does a really good job at making sure that they have a really tough tensile strength. And you can see on the floor, even this, you've got extra seams and stitches around the corners of the vinyl floor as well. And at the ends of the zippers you've got vinyl. Let me show you this storm flap out here. So you've got this storm flap. If you have the add-on room, it's not going to do you much good, obviously, because it's going to be covered. But you can leave this open all the time if you'd like to. If it's really freezing cold winter, maybe you don't want to do that. But it's got this, I think it's plastic inside. It's not metal, it's plastic. That keeps this kind of open. So if you're getting wind from this direction, it's going to, you get a little bit of ventilation in there. And it zips closed from the inside if you don't want it open. So you've got this galvanized. The setup of this is really easy because you've just got, it takes longer because there's more poles, but it's very simple. You just got this ridge pole that runs up the back, over the top, and down the front. And it's a 1-inch galvanized pole, and you can see you've got this welded reinforcement right here. You've got a welded brace right here to give it stability. When you set it up, you telescope it. By the way, if you want to see a video in setting it up, look at the description below. I did kind of a tutorial where I set it up by myself. You're supposed to have 2 or more people to set it up, but I did it by myself, and I wanted people to know that they could do it by themselves and show them. So you've got, besides the ridge pole, you've got these, they're basically just upright poles, and they're all the same size on the side, and then you've got some that are a little bit taller on the front and the back. But the combination of all of them is designed to withstand some pretty harsh weather. And if you can zoom in on this, you can see more just reinforcements everywhere, so you can create some good tension. In fact, let me show you these ones. So look at this reinforcement here. It's not just this ring sewn into this double seam here. You've got this extra triangular piece, and then a nylon strap, and then a metal loop. So it's just designed to last forever. They've built this thing so well. And you'll notice also that you've got, I've already got some bugs on the top of the tent, but you'll notice that the Kodiak tents are basically all the same color. You've got the olive color. They're not flashy. They're not, they're not designed to stand out. But you've got these cream-colored roofs. They're not quite white, but they're bright enough that it reflects a lot of the rays of the sun. So on a hot day in any tent, it's gonna be hot. But it helps minimize that by reflecting a lot of the sun's rays because it's light. So not super flashy, but it's not one solid dark color that's just gonna be incredibly hot inside like a sauna. One cool little thing I wanted to show you, you're not going to find this in the instruction manual, but you've got these grommets that are punched in to the 2 side windows on the awning. And one thing that you can do, and I'll throw in a photo that will show you this, but you can stake these down if you get some extra guy ropes and just make it like an awning, kind of an awning area where you can store, coolers, some firewood, something. Just kind of keep it a little bit protected. But so that's the 12x16 model 6116. For more information, you can look at the link in the description if you want to see pricing and availability. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will answer them. And if you found this helpful, just hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe. In the description, you should see more information about this tent, including a link on how to set it up. So thanks for watching.